Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Sprinter Van Modification. Today I will show you how I built a platform for storage space, luggage space, bike racks, and sleeping platform. Okay, while I'm showing you how I drew my design in AutoCAD Fusion 360, let me clarify some of my goals and design criteria if you will. First of all, we want it to be a travel van slash camping van. At this point, we not need it to be an RV. It's a travel van for family and extended family sometimes, so it needs to have the second row passenger seats. And it has to have storage space for camping equipment and somewhat easy to access to those storage space. It has to be able to carry bikes inside the van. Bike carriers are great, but in a way that is sort of in the way of things and not really secure against theft. And it has to have additional area for large items like big luggage and ice chests. It also need to be able to use as a sleeping platform for 2 to 3 people when the weather outside gets too rough. I also decided to against drawer system due to the dead space and lack of flexibilities. And I also wanted to be relatively inexpensive. And finally, the whole thing can be partially disassembled and removed when needed under 30 minutes or so to install the third row seat back if situation call for that. So here's my final design using the 80/20 extruded aluminum. I ordered them pre-cut and it costs about $600, a little bit more than $600, including all the fasteners, hardwares to build the whole thing. After we order them, it takes about 3 to 4 days for all the parts to be ready, and it was really fun afternoon to put them together. And we basically built the left side and the right side separately, and move into the van and do the final assembly to connect two pieces. Here's after the two halves were connected inside the van. It also shows you the connectors I used and how it was securely anchored to the van's bed's D-ring system by design. This is the platform surface I decided to use. They are 3/4 inch finished plywood and with finger holes that you can lift. And the reason I designed panels and sections, and that's for the ease of accessing whatever that is underneath it, so you don't have to lift the entire board in order to get access to the bottom. And these are the retainer I used to keep the board together with felt attached on top to dampen the sound or any rattling. Those panel retainers are perfect for 3/4 inch plywood because it left a really flush surface as a sleeping area. And as you can see, all the corners are rounded, routed, so it's smooth to the fingers. So here's how the bike's rack works, and it's two rear facing fork mounts, and they attach directly onto the 80/20. And there will be one forward facing bike, and the mount has to be anchored to the board itself. But in order to keep a carpet slipping surface on the other end, it's somewhat flush on the other end using this furniture leg adjustment part. I think designing the bike racks took most of my time because the tight space behind the second row passenger seat. For example, you can see the large mountain bike has to be on the really right side, and just so the back will actually stick to the space between the seat and the van's door, and that's the open space where the back wheel can take advantage of. And then the rest of the bikes are a little bit more easy because they are shorter, and it's a 24 inches bike and a 27 inches small adult bike, and they're relatively shorter and easier to handle. So this is how all three bikes loaded look like, and as you can see, it doesn't take up much space at all at the end. So here are the final touches with tie downs with the L track, and I carpeted the other surface, the other side, so it will become a non-slip surface, and also could be a slipping area that is flat. And the retainers will keep the boards in place.
No.
Well, there's a will, there's a way, kind of beautiful. And every night has its day so magical. And if there's love in this life, there's no obstacle that can't be defeated. For every tyrant to tear for the vulnerable.
Are you sure?
And every loss, all the bones of a miracle. For every dream,
Oh,
a dream
nuts.
unstoppable. With something to believe in. Monday left me broke.